The longest existing rivalry in the capital city. Frankfort High at Franklin County. Next on Cable 10's Game of the Week.
In 1972, a young David Tolles vowed to jump the Kentucky River on his big wheel. He did not make it. We can rebuild him. We have the capability to make the world's perfect mechanic. Better, stronger, faster. David Tolles Tires and Auto Service on Duncan Road.
Game of the Week is brought to you by David Tolles Auto Pro Tire and Auto Service, a full-service auto repair shop servicing all models. 2 locations to serve your automotive needs. Call 502-352-2988 for an appointment or go to davidtollsautopros.com.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Franklin County High School. Clint Goins and Jason Hyatt here with you with this long-time rivalry. These teams have been going at it for about 70 years almost. And tonight we're going to see which one is the better team on this particular evening. These two teams met about 3 weeks ago. Franklin County came away with the win, but Frankfort High played the #1 team in the district, Great Crossing, to a close game. They lost by 9.
Yeah, and I think we've seen some growth and evolution from both of these teams throughout the season. They're young, but they're getting better. And yeah, in that first matchup, Franklin County came away with, I believe it was a 12-point victory. But since then, Frankfort High has kind of started figuring some stuff out. And just in this past week, both of these teams played Great Crossing, who is the top seed in the 41st district. Franklin County last Friday got blown out by 30 points to Great Crossing. And then earlier this week, Frankfort High took them on and only lost by 9. So, what do you make of that? Well, I don't know. That's why they played the game. But, I think we should be in for a pretty good matchup tonight with a couple of teams that are, pretty equivalent on the court tonight.
Yes, I think that they're fairly even, and unfortunately, all the bottom 4 teams in the 11th region are the 4 high schools in the capital city. But Franklin County and Frankfort High are very young. We're going to see a lot of young talent here tonight. I mean, Franklin County's, let's see, their leading scorer is Porter Peel, and I believe Porter is a freshman, if I'm not mistaken.
He's a junior.
Oh, he's a junior? Okay, well, close behind him, though, is, Kayvon Russell is a senior, but Aaron Jones, he's a freshman I was thinking of. Okay.
Yeah. And Noah Coleman not too far behind.
Right, and for Frankfort High School, their 3 leading scorers are Rajon Floyd, a freshman, Cameron Crocker, also I think is a freshman, and Jelly Washington, also a freshman. So their 3 leading scorers are freshmen. So these teams are young. They do have a couple of experienced players. I mean, Kayvon Russell for Franklin County, and you got Stephen Bebe for Frankfort High, but in large part, you're going to see freshmen and sophomores taking on a lot of the responsibility here tonight.
Yeah, and the good news for both squads is that there's not a lot of pressure tonight. I mean, other than bragging rights, they're not really playing for anything because they're already locked into the 2 and the 3 seeds in the 41st district tournament.
Which is at Frankfort High, so it really doesn't matter if you finish 2nd or 3rd. It's going to be a home game for Frankfort High.
Right, and you're playing the same team at the same place. So, it's a good opportunity to go out, play loose, work on some things that you want to get tightened up as you head into postseason play. And, you do want to get some momentum. That would be a good thing. But basically, you're running a doubleheader here against, because whatever happens tonight, they're going to run it back next week.
Well, not next week, but the week after.
Well, yeah.
About 10 days from now, roughly.
Yeah.
So, all right, folks, we're going to step aside here ever so briefly, and we'll come back with the starting lineups and the tip here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
The Game of the Week is brought to you by Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crusher. Choose local realtors that treat you like family, because real estate is what we do and families are why we do it. Reach out to the Hubbard team for all your real estate needs.
Welcome back, folks. The color guard is about ready to do their thing, and I believe the Franklin County High School band is going to play the national anthem. We'll listen to that. All right, fine job, band. Now we're ready for the starting lineup. First for Frankfort High, they are coached by Derek Robinson. And I couldn't tell who they called first. Jelly Washington. Cameron Crocker. Senior Gavin Profit, number 10.
That was 13, Rajon Floyd.
Rajon Floyd, that's what I
came
kind
out
of
first,
figured there. Okay, and Caleb Tracy rounds out the starting five. Rajon Floyd's their leading scorer with 12.8 points a game. Crocker behind him at 9.5, and then Jelly Washington at 8.2. That's the.
And keep an eye out there for Cameron Crocker, number 4. Just a freshman, but a tall, rangy kid with a good shot. He's really been turning it up the last few games.
All right, Caven Russell gets the start tonight for Franklin County High School. And Luke McDonald, he's a junior. Russell's a senior. Noah Coleman, number 21. He's just a freshman. Porter Peel, just a junior. He's their leading scorer with 11 points per game. And then Aaron Jones, the freshman. Aaron is putting in 13 points a game, leading scorer. Russell is the third leading scorer with 10.3. Franklin County has very balanced scoring, and really Frankfort High not too bad either in that department.
Yeah,
you got 3 guys that can.
Good point. And Franklin County maybe with the edge because 3 of their guys are in double figures, whereas only 1 for Frankfort High. But there's a good clumping of 5-6 guys that are all contributing good points.
Oh my goodness. Caven Russell missed the bunny. And it's Frankfort High basketball. Frankfort High not leading the world on fire in the rebounding department. Their leading rebounder is Rajon Floyd, and Crocker, the other freshman behind him, and they're both at about 3.5 boards per game. So don't look for too many second chance opportunities, but when you hit them like that, you don't need them, do you?
Yeah, size not the strength of this Frankfort team, but if you can get the guards going like that, that makes up for a lot of missed presence down low.
Another missed shot by Russell, but he draws the foul. Here's another look at that 3. That's Floyd. Lighting it up early here.
Yeah, Coleman went under the screen, never recovered, and Floyd made him pay for it.
Caven hits his first free throw. Looking at rebounding for Franklin County, they're a little better. Not setting the world on fire, but Aaron Jones with 5.6 boards per game, and Porter Peel with 4.8, and those are your top 2. So nobody close to getting a double-double. Crocker thought he might pull the trigger. He can hit the 3 as well. Crocker puts up a lot of 3s for Frankfort High, shooting at about 36% from behind the arc. Ball knocked away, stolen, and that's Aaron Jones putting the ball in the bucket and taking the lead, and it's stolen again by Franklin County. A little out of control. Oh, but they luck out and get it back. Working hard underneath there for the Flyers. Number 23, Porter Peel.
Well, that was maybe the most out of control possession I've seen in a long time. Porter Peel, held the ball forever. This bucket right here, though, I credit that one to Caven Russell because he was up on Floyd. Even when Floyd didn't have the ball, he was guarding him close all the way out at half court. And then when he did get it, the pressure was just too much for Floyd, caused the turnover. So that's kind of a hockey assist for Caven Russell.
A hockey assist. Oh, wow.
Winter Olympic season, got to get in the mood.
All right, there's a 3 ball for you. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's
I don't even think it was knocked. I think Floyd just totally lost control of it. It's his second turnover.
The momentum is in Franklin County's favor at the moment. McDonald tries to pass it once he gets inside, and it's knocked away. And now Franklin County commits the personal foul. I think the freshman Noah Coleman, the guilty party.
That might have been a good foul to take because Frankfort High had the numbers. That probably would have been a layup or an open 3.
Little pressure in the backcourt there. Aaron Jones playing defense for Franklin County.
And you can see Franklin County just really playing tight defense all the way around. Other than that one spot that they let Floyd get open for the three-pointer, there's just been no openings for Frankfort High on this end of the court.
And it was Jelly Washington that lost control of the basketball, but Frankfort High recovers. No shot clock yet this year, otherwise they'd be in violation by now. Ball knocked away. Russell gets it over to Peel, I think, or is that Coleman? No, it was, I think it was Coleman, actually. And Tracy is going to commit the personal foul.
I would have liked to have seen Russell maybe take another dribble or two on his own just to draw that defender in. Then he could have dished it off to Coleman. Would have had the easy layup. But as long as he makes his free throws, it all works out the same.
It was the friendly home bounce. Not so much that time, but Jones gets the rebound. McDonald, he'll shoot for three. And it's off the mark. Profit with the basketball now. Blows past Peel. Takes it to the hole. Nice finger roll by Gavin Profit.
Yeah, typically we think of Profit as a shooter from the outside, but showing some versatility. Little finger roll.
Strong rebound there by Porter Peel. Franklin County back up by 5. Halfway through the first quarter. Crocker felt it, but it wasn't there. Profit with the rebound and is fouled.
Back-to-back possessions with Profit doing some work down low. Good job to get that offensive board, get it back up.
Peel with the personal foul. Just his first, second team foul. And we've got some subs coming in here for the Flyers. Number 11 is Delano Collins, just into the game, and Shalom Moore, number 1. He's a senior. Collins sees a lot of action. He's really kind of their sixth man, and he is a tormentor on defense. Nice spin around Jay there for Aaron Jones. Oh, that was close to over and back. Here's Collins. And Moore puts it up, draws the foul. I think that's going to be Crocker with the personal. That's 2 on Crocker. And 2 in the first quarter, not a good sign.
Yeah, and they need him too, just for his height, if nothing else. I mean, they're just not a lot of girth or to go around for Frankfort High, but he at least provides some height that offsets some of that against these bigs of Coleman and Porter Peel for Franklin County. So him having to come out just halfway through this first quarter could be a big storyline down the stretch.
Yeah, Moore hits his first free throw. And gets them both. That might be Kai Wainscott that came in for Frankfort High. Their jerseys, Frankfort High, they're really hard to see. Not an announcer's friend when you've got blue on black. The contrast is not good enough for my old eyes. So look at Mac McIntosh, the head coach for Franklin County. Lloyd with it. And of course they put the tormentor Collins on him to play defense, because Collins will, of course he commits a personal foul. Right?
Well,
but that's, he's just a disruptor. He gets in there and really.
And you know, I don't think Coach McIntosh is upset with that foul, because that's, like I said, that's what he does. He just gets in there and disrupts. And we've already seen Floyd be a little shaky with the handle in this one already. So the more you can get in his head, the better.
This is a little different offensive strategy we've seen out of the Panthers, going to profit down low. As you said, he's usually their outside threat. But he's doing a pretty decent job. I'm surprised they didn't give him some shots on that one.
Yeah, I thought that would have been some free throws, but he has drawn 2 fouls anyways, which puts 4 on Franklin County, also 4 on Frankfort High. So both teams will be in the bonus the rest of the way for this quarter.
Floyd double team, gets it over to Wayne Scott. Nice little Euro step. That was Jelly Washington. Collins, I thought he might take the shot, but nope. Penetrates, puts it on the glass, doesn't get it, but does wind up with the ball.
Yeah,
gets it over to Russell.
This is where, right call. Get the ball to your senior leader, settle down, get everybody in position, reset, and let's run some offense.
Right now, this young talent I was speaking of earlier hasn't really shown its face. It's a foul on Wayne Scott. The Flyers will be shooting 2.
Yeah, Wayne Scott seemed a little upset with the call. I think there was some beating and banging going on both ways, and he's like, why are you calling it on me? We're both pushing equally.
When the ball comes in there, though, when you're kind of over the back, that's a, they might have, you know, let that go if the ball wasn't coming into him in the paint there. Coleman struggling at the line. He's a 52% free throw shooter. It's the second one to go, though. Jones back into the game, replacing Coleman for the Flyers. Knocked away by who?
Mr.
Collins. Oh, but he missed the bunny.
He's in there for his defense, not for the offense.
That's exactly right. Oh, no foul on that? Wow, I'm impressed. And then Profit can't get it either. I think Washington realized he didn't have a shot, tried to get it to a teammate. Unsuccessful, but it is knocked out of bounds.
You know, Collins makes me think of the old line in football when a defensive back, you know, gets an interception, hits him right in the hands, and he drops it. And the announcer says, and that's why he plays defense and not offense. The problem is in basketball, you have to play both. But
yeah. Yeah, they don't, when they change possession, they don't let you substitute somebody right on the field. Collins with it now. Oh, should have taken it himself. He tried to get it to Peel, and through Peel's hands. We've been stuck at this score for a while, Jason.
Yeah, and it was a great no-look pass from Peel. Just there was nobody there. I mean, the pass was fine. Just needs to be somebody on the other end of it.
Knocked away by Collins. Moore puts it up. It's blocked. Jones with the rebound. He puts it up and in.
Finally, somebody scores at the rim.
Did they foul a three-point shooter?
Sure did.
It's not something you want to do. Of course, Jones, just a freshman.
Yeah, has a great offensive board and put back on the one end, but comes back down and does the big no-no. We'll see if Washington can make them pay for the mistake.
A lot of iron, but it does go through the hoop. Caden Samuel into the game for Frankfort High. Caden is a junior. Second shot by Jelly, no good. Here's the foul right there. You know, there's a part of me. Ooh, Collins went down hard. Jones leaves it short, and the first quarter comes to an end. But I was going to say, there's a part of me that thinks that a foul like that should be after the fact. He should have gone to the line for two, because he wasn't in the act of shooting. He'd already shot the ball. Anyway, we'll discuss that further when we come back here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
In today's fast-paced housing market, you need realtors with experience who understand that timing is essential when finding the perfect home for the right price. Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher are here to ensure that you and your family have a positive experience from start to finish.
Real estate is what we do,
and families are why we do it.
My best money tip is,
Allow your money and other people's money to make money for you.
Think generationally, past yourself. Save, save, save.
even if it's just $5.
Spend money on things that make sense to buy twice.
Pay back your student loans as fast as you can.
Take good care of your credit because it's buying power.
Start a retirement fund and invest in my 401k.
My best money tip is prepare for everything to go right.
Confidently manage your finances with more solid advice from Westbanco. Money doesn't make you wealthy. Understanding it does.
Welcome back, folks. Franklin County up by 8 here, start of the second quarter. Luke McDonald, the stop and pop. No good. Collins with the rebound. Kevin Russell, it gets the 3 roll, or no? Did they give him 3? Or just 2?
Yeah, three-pointer.
Couldn't see if the ref held up his hands or if he just flashed the 2 sign. They did give him 3, yes. Collins. Peel. A little Euro step, left-handed.
This is an assertive take from Mr. Peel. I like that.
Defensive breakdown there a little bit, but McDonald gets the block.
Like that too. Franklin County really getting after it here, coming out of the timeout after the quarter.
McDonald tried for a second block. He gets the foul, but at least he denied the bucket. Now we're going to take another look at that 3-point foul. Excuse me, not the 3-point foul. We're going to look at this right here where he, this is right as the quarter ends, and he sprains his ankle a little bit. But he is in the game. He kind of limped off after the quarter ended, but he came back. So
and you know, sometimes you have those where like you come down and you roll your ankle and you're like, oh no. and then you walk around and for some reason, oh, okay, I'm all right. Like that should have hurt and it should have done something, but I'm perfectly fine.
All right, Samuel hits his second, and they're gonna call a walking.
Yeah, I think McDonald caught that pass and just didn't know
Profit
what to
there.
do with it.
Yeah.
Left his feet and wasn't quite sure where he was going.
I thought maybe Profit didn't give him enough room to come down with the ball. But, there's a possibility. And that is why I am not a basketball official. Now, that should have been a kicking violation also, in my opinion. But Tracy loses the handle, and Franklin County comes away with it. Jones to Peel. They extend their lead up by 13 now. Frankfort High needs to do something. They're going to get blown out of this game. Profit, usually a pretty good three-point shooter, but he barely drew iron that time.
The defensive pressure from Franklin County is really giving Frankfort High fits, and they're just relentless right now, and it's starting to show up on the scoreboard.
Jones scores again, and Coach Robinson calls a timeout for Frankfort High as we go to a break, looking at this steal and bucket by the Flyers.
Game of the Week is brought to you by WestBanco Bank. Money doesn't make you wealthy, understanding it does. So let's talk. Learn more at westbanco.com. The Game of the Week is brought to you by The Floor Show. The Floor Show wishes everyone a great sporting season. Be sure to see us for all your flooring needs and personalized customer service. We are just minutes away in Lawrenceburg at 1110 Bypass South, or call us at 502-839-6917. Follow and like us on Facebook too.
26-11, 15-point lead here. 6 minutes to go until halftime. Franklin County is relentless on defense so far in this contest.
Yeah, you can see they've just got Frankfort High all out of sorts. They're just kind of taking a shot when it's, okay, I guess I'll shoot it. They don't seem to know what they're doing on offense.
Yeah.
Struggling to get anybody open.
Well, part of that could be the fact that Crocker is not in the game. He's on the bench with 2 fouls, and he's their second leading scorer. And Floyd just now checked back into the game for Frankfort High. I don't think he has 2 fouls, does he?
Not that I can recall. And I've said it before. My opinion is play them until they can't play anymore. Like, I don't care if you got 2 fouls. You're down by 18 points just a few minutes into the second quarter. Like, put your guys out there. If they foul out, they foul out. But what's the point in having them on the bench by choice? At least let them be on the bench by the law, because they fouled out and can't play anymore.
Porter Peel hit a 3, not usually his shot, but got to go. And then these two teams traded baskets since then. Is that going to be a walk? I think it is. Good defense by Coleman for Franklin County.
And, my strategy obviously is game script dependent. If you're playing close and you can hang around and buy some time, then, by all means, let your guy with foul sit because you want him down the stretch run. But when you're down now, pushing 20, at some point you got to get your guys in there that are the ones that can help bring you back.
Bryce Byers now into the game. That's him with the basketball, and he has his shot blocked, but he gets fouled before that, and he will go to the line to shoot 2.
Byers just a 3.5 points per game kind of guy.
High arching free throw, but it goes.
64% from the line.
Yeah, he's their third best free throw shooter. He's got the motion down. You can tell he practices that. Flyers knock it away.
So Clint, we were talking earlier about fouls and whether it should be a shooting foul or not when you hit a guy after the ball's been released. I don't know. You can make an argument both ways. You're not directly affecting the shot, but you are affecting the shooter, because when you come in low, you're not giving them a spot to land, or you're affecting their follow through. I mean, the follow through does matter.
That's true. And I guess you are affecting their shot mentally, because when you're up in the air, even if you don't make contact, you're thinking about that other guy that you're coming below.
Right.
You.
So I would tend to lean with the rule as it is. Now, with that said, here's my hot take. Why do we shoot 2 free throws on a normal foul, or 3 free throws on a 3-pointer? If you're shooting a 2-point shot and you get fouled, why not go to the free throw line, take 1 shot? It's worth 2 points. If you make it, 2 points. If you miss it, get the rebound, play on. If you get fouled shooting a 3-pointer, you get 1 shot from the top of the key for a 3-pointer. If it goes in, 3 points. That's what the foul was on. When you were aggrieved from taking the shot, you were,
Yeah, that's a good
why
point.
take 1-point shots multiple times?
I had not thought about it like that before, but that's a decent point. Byers with it, double team, gets it over to Moore, who then gets it over to Coleman for the bucket.
Beautiful drop off by Moore. That's what I wanted to see Caven Russell do earlier. Get that defender coming at you, and then you can just drop it off right under their arm.
Frankfort High has another freshman in the game, I believe. Oh, that's a 3-pointer that the net barely moved.
And desperately needed as well.
Collins before the shot, I think. Another look at Jelly's 3. That was a nice ball movement. Noah Jevedon, number 20 into the game for Frankfort High. He's a freshman. I think Logan McDonald, another freshman, 32 into the game for Frankfort High. So, as I said, Frankfort High, very young team. And maybe Franklin County taking advantage of that, although they have some young stars in Jones and Coleman themselves. And that's stolen away by Collins, quickly up to Moore, and Shalom will put it in.
Flyers just continuing with that backcourt pressure.
Now we've got a foul on somebody. We got Crocker back into the game. Did they tag him for a foul?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Now what do you do?
Yeah, you commit the turnover and the foul.
Yeah, oh, that's clearly a foul. He grabbed him and took him down.
I mean, it probably did save 2 points, but at what cost?
At what cost? Yeah, how many points could Crocker have put in had he been able to stay in the game longer? Collins loses control, gets it over to Jones. Jones just handles the ball so well, especially when he's down low. This shot by Byers. Collins with the strong board and putback and talking a little smack.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
Not once, but twice you saw him jaw right at the Frankfort High guy. They're not going to let you get away with that.
He made such a great play, and then
there's one, there's two.
Made a mental mistake right after that is going to potentially cost them more than the great play that he made. John Floyd will take the technicals. Coach McIntosh talking to Mr. Collins over there on the bench. Trying to say, hey, we need you. We appreciate you. You're doing a great job, but you can't do that. That hurts us long term.
He has come out of the ball game as well.
Probably a smart call. And, you know, when you're up by 21, you don't quite need him so bad. The Panthers lose the handle again. Oh! Jones telegraphed that pass to Byers. And they're fortunate that wasn't picked off. Just knocked out of bounds.
Here's another, while we're just rewriting the rules of basketball.
Hey, they do it every year. You know?
That's true. Why
do it
shouldn't
every year?
The 10-second count to get across half court, shouldn't that just be 10 seconds from the time you start? Like, so in that case, Frankfort comes and bats the ball out of bounds. Shouldn't you already be at a 6 count when you inbound it again? Why do you get to restart the 10 count? I don't know, just a thought.
I don't know. Well, is it that way in all forms of basketball?
I know high school and college, unsure about the NBA.
Nice take by Floyd. It's the hoop and the harm.
Because I guess my point is, you're not rewarding the defense for making a good play. Hey, great job. You came in and got a deflection and it went out of bounds. Well, we're just going to give them 10 more seconds to get it across half court.
I tend to agree. But, you know, they do have meetings in the offseason to go over the rules and maybe change the rules, or I know that they oftentimes they will stress the importance of a rule. And that, you know, a few years ago, I remember they felt that there was too much turning the ball over, you know, putting your hand underneath the basketball, and they enforced that early on in the season. You saw a lot of traveling violations when a guy was, the season before, it just looked like he was dribbling.
Yeah.
But they wanted to start showing that, hey, you can't do that. You can't carry the ball.
And I think those are good things to happen, because inevitably over time, some stuff just kind of starts getting away from you, and it's good to recognize, like, we need to get this short up.
Landon Tolles, a junior, number 4, into the game for Franklin County. He's the one who knocked it out of bounds.
Of course, the flip side of that is they go and allow the gather step.
Yeah,
and, you know,
which I don't.
Completely negates the whole.
Not a big
point
fan
of.
Yeah. Number 12, E.J. Wilson, also into the game for Franklin County. He's guarding Tracy over there at the top of your screen on the right-hand side. Tracy can hit the 3, and he does. But Frankfort High seems to be doing not a whole lot more than just trading baskets with Franklin County. Wilson gets the ball down low. Gets fouled hard.
And some pretty nifty ball handling from Landon Tolles, number 4, receiving that pass, almost lost it, kind of one-handed, just pulled it back on a string to keep it alive and get it down there to E.J. Wilson for the foul.
6'4" senior.
There it is, with the left hand right behind the back.
Gets both of his free throws. Profit has his shot partially blocked. And the half comes to an end with Franklin County enjoying a 21-point lead. We're going to have the Classic Gold Master Juniors halftime show coming up next here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week halftime show is brought to you by Classic Gold. Art-carved class rings are available at Classic Gold Master Jewelers on 859 East Main Street in Frankfort.
Classic Gold Master Jewelers, 859 East Main Street.
Welcome back, folks, to the Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Clint Goins and Jason Hyatt here with you. You know Jason, as we see the athletic director Tracy Spickard prepare out there. 10 years ago, the Franklin County girls team made their third trip to the state tournament, and they made it all the way to the championship game before losing, I believe, to Louisville Ballard. The same team they lost to in their first trip to the state tournament in the championship game back in 1980. So it took them 26 years, or no, 36 years, I guess, but they finally got back to the championship game, only to fall to the same team. But here at halftime, we're going to recognize the 2016 Lady Flyers for their state runner-up accomplishment, and we will turn it over to Terry Johnson, the PA announcer here.
Friends,
Jason, it's hard to believe it's been 10 years ago. I remember that team. I remember going, I think you and I went to that game.
I believe we did. Yeah, those were some of our, not the earliest, but some of our earlier days of covering the Lady Flyers, and those good times seeing, and just exciting seeing them back. You know, I remember Malika Frank and Princess Stewart, Rebecca Cook, and Anna Aristia. They could fill it up. They were a fun team to watch.
Yeah. All right, folks, now let's look at some highlights from this first half of tonight's boys basketball game. Frankfort High band is in attendance tonight, and the Frankfort High fans also in attendance tonight. And it was, well, Frankfort High looked they were starting the game off right. 3-point shot there by Rajon Floyd, and then Franklin County just their defense just kind of took over.
They really did. They brought pressure from the get-go, and Frankfort found a little crease early to get that first three, and kind of looked like they had something going. But ever since then, really, the defense from Franklin County has just snuffed out anything that Frankfort wanted to do, and it's led to a lot of fast break points the other way for Franklin County. And that's been the story. That's really all there is to it.
Yeah, nice move there by Jelly Washington, but the Panthers haven't been getting as much as that as they need to. Yeah, even Porter Peel out there shooting a three for the Flyers, and just a good teamwork by, you know, quite frankly, some guys from Franklin County that don't see a lot of action. At least a whole lot of action.
Yeah, the lead, I think, has allowed Coach McIntosh to bring some other guys in, some good developmental minutes for them, in you know, not mop-up minutes, but developmental minutes. You know, the game's not done. This is not out of hand, but you know,
you get in the first half, you know, that's yeah. The game is still being played, and it's not decided, and we get some first half.
And look, we've seen Frankfort High come back from big deficits before, so by no means should we assume that this is just going to be a runaway for the Flyers. Frankfort High has shown they can work their way back, claw out of a hole. So
we saw them do that twice against Western Hills.
And I think they may even come back on Franklin County when they played their first matchup.
Yeah, they just couldn't get over the hump. All right, we've got about 12 seconds here to go, and we'll have the second half underway. If you're Coach Robinson, what are some things you might have discussed at halftime, aside from stop committing so many fouls, Cameron Crocker?
Well, yeah, that might be point number one, but they just got to find a way secure the ball. Too many turnovers, so they got to work as a team, getting the ball up the court across the midline, setting ball screens, getting each other open, and working as a team to secure the ball.
All right, here we go. Caven Russell with it. And he'll try the tray again. Looks like we have the original starting 5 on the floor for both teams. But for Frankfort High, I think, as you said, hold on to the basketball. But Cameron Crocker has to contribute without fouling.
Yeah, he really didn't even get hardly any opportunities in the first half. I can barely remember him even getting a shot up. So just getting his hands on the ball and making Franklin County be aware that he's there would be a step in the right direction.
All right. Profit there with a couple of points. And this is a new game out of him. We just don't see him do that sort of thing. I guess maybe he's having to do more because Crocker's been on the bench. I don't know. But
yeah, but like you said, he's been pretty effective at it. In fact, he's been better down low than he has outside so far in this one.
Coleman tried to post up, but Crocker did not allow that. And Russell content, hey, McDonald goes baseline, got too far under the basket. Oh, too strong by Jelly Washington, I believe. Quick pass up ahead to McDonald. It's just too far.
Yeah, missed opportunity on the other end for Washington. Try to get a little too much English on it. Sometimes it's better to just go straight at the front of the rim and lay it in. Sometimes there's almost an overemphasis on putting it off the backboard. You got to spin it that much. It just really increases the level of difficulty.
Tracy for 3 again. That's 2 threes for Caleb Tracy tonight. And I think Coach McIntosh calls timeout. Frankfort High scored 6 unanswered points. And we will step aside with them. You're watching the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
For more than 21 years, the Floor Show has helped bring comfort, style, and durability to homes and businesses just like yours. Whether you're looking for plush carpet, timeless hardwood, durable laminate, or elegant ceramic tile, we've got the perfect fit for every space. The Floor Show proudly serves both residential and commercial clients throughout Kentucky with expert installation and personalized service you can trust. And we have same-as-cash financing options available. The Floor Show.
You stand on it, we stand by it.
Welcome back, folks. 47-31. Franklin County still on top, but what was once a 21-point lead is now just a 16-point lead. I want to try to correct that here as Aaron Jones brings it across. Coleman trying to post up. Crocker denying him. Jones takes it to the hole, puts it up off the glass. No good. Coleman with the rebound, and it rolls in.
That kind of defied physics. I'm not sure how it went left.
That was the slowest looking shot I've seen in a long time. Crocker can hit the 3. Gives it up though. Profit with it now. Back to Floyd. Floyd to Washington, working on Coleman. There's Crocker's 3. No good. Rebound by Caven Russell. And he puts it up. No good. Little off balance, but somehow managed to get the ball back. Aaron Jones shot blocked from behind.
Yeah, that was Washington that got it. Jones just never knew he was even there.
Stepped on the line. Is that the call?
Yeah, Floyd on the end line. Just got to be aware of where you are.
Little pressure here for Frankfort High. McDonald gets it into Russell easy. A little token pressure by the Panthers. Coleman with it, guarded by Crocker, over to McDonald, guarded by Profit. Aaron Jones, Tracy is on him. Also guarded by Washington. They go to Porter Peel and Floyd.
Yeah, push off on Peel.
So, offensive foul.
Well, Clint, I was getting ready to say this is your kind of basketball. Clearly, Franklin County is willing to take the air out of it.
Yeah.
They are not pushing the issue at all. Problem is that when they have decided to give it a go towards the basket, it's been missed layups or offensive fouls.
Yeah, sometimes you're better off just playing your game. Just, you're better off just playing your game. Dance with the girl that brung you, as
right.
they say. Russell, nice dish inside, but the missed shot by Peel. Gets his own rebound, and he still won't get it to go in. Jelly up to Gavin. Gavin's shot it falls in. They call a foul or just goaltending?
I am unsure.
Here's another look at it.
I think that was a clean block.
I think it was.
It still went in. So
yeah. They didn't call a foul, so, and there was no foul.
Play on.
Either way, the point is moot. It went in. That's the main thing. That three-pointer well off the mark. Coleman had it, lost it, and Collins back into the game. Oh, Franklin County is just missing the bunnies.
Yeah, the layups have not been pretty here in this third quarter. And now another offensive foul.
Here's another look at that previous play. Was it goaltending?
So I thought in live time that Jones pinned it on the backboard, and he does.
Well, he hit it, but he hit it before it got to the backboard.
Yeah.
But his hand was still on it, I think, when he hit the backboard. But it doesn't matter. Ball went in.
Ball went in either way.
And it'll be credited to Profit either way. That shot well off the mark. Collin gets it over to Russell, up to Jones. Coleman still trying to post up. Looks like Frankfort High has changed their defense. They're in a 2-3. And we have a traveling violation on Collins.
Yeah, you see the frustration on McIntosh. Fortunately for the Flyers, Frankfort High has not been able to cut in too much here in the first 5.5 minutes of this quarter, but it's been a pretty abysmal offensive performance for Franklin County.
Yeah, they've only scored, what, 2 points?
I believe, yeah. They had 47 at the half.
Washington to Floyd, puts it up and in. Frankfort High slowly creeping back into this contest. And now it's kind of like if you're going to burn clock, well then just burn clock.
Yeah.
You know, don't go halfway. Jones will pull up a three, but you know, it's been a long time since they've hit a three. The Flyers, that is.
There's just no flow to the offense right now.
And look at that sweet move by Rajon Floyd. So they've cut it from a 21-point deficit down to a 12-point deficit.
But, I mean, Franklin County just has the look right now of a team that's up by 15 with 1:18 to go in the game. And it's like, yeah, let's just dribble this out.
Well, you know, I was okay with it, but then Floyd shoots the triple, and it doesn't go in, and they turn the ball over. And that's a nice pass. I'm surprised Coleman was maybe called for an offensive foul there, but
yeah, he was close to dribbling it on the baseline, and then he was close to getting called for an offensive foul, but does come away with the 2.
And then that's, that's another kind of a silly freshman foul here. And this was very close. He backs up and, well, I take that back. It wasn't really much of a foul. But the foul he did commit defensively was a silly foul.
Yes.
But he's a freshman, and freshmen do those sorts of things. Like, man, the guy was 30 feet from the basket. What are you fouling him for? And he was moving away from the basket when you fouled him, so. All right. Frankfort High throws it away. And Franklin County should hold on to the ball to take a last-second shot here. Try to get the lead back up. We're going to do that, and Frankfort High is going to let them do that. A nice little pick set by Coleman, but no good. And fourth quarter comes to an end. Frankfort High shaved 7 points off the lead that quarter. We'll come back with the final stanza next here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
The Game of the Week is brought to you by Goins Insurance. Family owned, family operated, protecting Central Kentucky since 1949. Call us for the same great rates and great service you've always been given. Call 502-875-4270 for your quote today. Game of the Week is brought to you by Whitehead Hancock. Whitehead Hancock Plumbing has been serving Frankfort families for more than 100 years. You can trust Whitehead Hancock for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and septic needs. Call them today at 502-227-2213 for 24-hour emergency service or visit their website at whiteheadhancock.com.
Call David Toll's Auto Pro for all your automotive needs.
Don't let your car keep you from making important plans. Take it to David Toll's Auto Pro, 515 Duncan Road and 1348 Versailles Road.
All right, fourth quarter about to start here. Franklin County won the previous contest between these two schools by what, 12 points?
Yes, that's correct.
And they're up by 14 right now.
Well, I think my opinion is Coach McIntosh should have had a complete reset during that timeout between the quarters and said, we're going to go back to what we were doing. We're going full court press, bringing the heat, and let's create some buckets through our defense, because what they did in the third quarter did not work.
No. Cameron Crocker doing Cameron Crocker types of things there finally. Hitting the wide open three-pointer. More in there. Collins takes it to the hole. Oh, man, they just can't buy a close bucket, can they? A jump ball here.
Ooh.
A little bit surprised by that.
Thought Profit had pretty good control of that through that whole little excursion.
Well, they're saying Coleman got in there and tightened him up, so. Russell takes the 10-footer, and again, no good. Collins over to Russell. Still, Flyers can't seem to buy a basket, but they did shave a minute off the clock. And they steal it away. Porter Peel finally hits a layup.
And a little bit lucky to get it. Looked like he was going up with thoughts of maybe slamming one.
Yeah.
Realized he wasn't going to get it and tried to lay it in. Got the lucky roll, but that could have just as easily come back off.
Excellent play by Shalom Moore there. Yeah, that could have easily just rolled off the other side. Oh, this time Frankfort High can't hit the close one. Senior guard to senior guard. Porter Peel stops, no good. Rebound by Jones, puts it up, no good. Frankfort High with it now. Crocker, yeah, he's going to need to have to. He needs to start shooting some threes. Oh, and off of Jones. You know, Jason, this game is like, is there point shaving going on? Is that what we've come to now?
Well, I mean, it just seemed that third quarter just seemed to get Franklin County all out of sorts. They had things rolling and then completely flipped the switch to try something else in the third, and now they're kind of struggling to get back out of it, and it's tough.
Profit takes it in strong, missed the shot, drew the foul. It's 3 fouls now on Porter Peel, but I don't think they'll take him out. Gavin will go to the line shooting 2. But you know, if Frankfort High can get this down to a single-digit lead, it could be a whole different ball game. Luke McDonald back into the game, probably trying to get some ball handlers in there maybe.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, for Franklin County, you just need to kind of steady the ship and find a way to get the ball in the basket, because, I mean, they've scored 6 points since halftime.
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
Bad
yeah,
enough on its own,
right.
but when you contrast it to the fact that you had 47 in the first half.
Big rebound by Coleman, puts it up and in. Yeah, Crocker needs to stop and pop, and he does, and it goes in.
Such a quick release.
And we'll have a timeout here, and we'll take it with them. This is the game of the week on Cable 10.
With all the rain, snow, and mud we get around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round, because nothing else gives you the confidence and capability to handle it all.
And nobody gives you more all-wheel drive choices than Toyota, including the powerful new Tundra, now with $5,000 customer cash.
Or 0.99 APR financing plus $1,000 APR cash on remaining new 25s.
Or lease this 26 Tundra for $439 a month.
Nobody knows all-wheel drive better than Toyota. Let's go places.
All right, folks, let's take a look at some of the three-pointers we've had so far tonight. Started off, Rajon Floyd, and then Kaven Russell comes down and answers that. A little later on, Kayvon gets the nice, friendly home roll there. Porter Peel even in on the action. Jelly Washington. We'll show the rest here in a minute. Back to live action, and this is going to be an and one for Aaron Jones.
Looks like it.
Here's the rest of the threes. Caleb Tracy, he got a couple of three-pointers. The Panthers desperately needed them.
So did this guy. He's been the latest one to get hot. We've had two the last few possessions from Crocker.
Tracy, left-handed, can't get the roll. Moore splits defenders, kicks it back out to McDonald for three. Oh, makes them pay. That shows you how much the three-point shot has really transformed this game.
Yeah.
Because he had an easy two layup.
Well, and the way this game's going, the three-pointers are easier to come by than the twos.
And there's Crocker again.
I think coming out of our next break, we're going to show you a highlight reel of all the missed layups on both ends of the court. Stick around for that. That's going to last about 5 or 6 minutes.
McDonald will spot up again, in and out. Jones with the big rebound. Puts it up, no good. Profit with the rebound for the Panthers. Washington, a little Euro step action. And Jelly puts in 2. Back to an 11-point lead.
And I like the way he just went right at the rim and laid it off. None of the English trying to spin it in with something fancy. Just use the angle, lay it off the glass, takes 2 points.
Kevin Russell, nice move by the senior. Crocker, in and out.
That's the 3rd one he's had rim out like that.
But you were commenting earlier about his release is so quick. He just gets the ball and boom, it's headed toward the bucket. Flyers back it back out here. Moore over to Russell. Tried to get it down low to Jones, but he gets it over instead to Coleman, who puts it up and in.
Good finish from Coleman, absorbing the contact, and a good job by Profit not committing the foul.
Freshman to freshman on that bucket for the Flyers. Tracy over to Jelly. He'll put it up. No good. They could have really used that bucket. That would have got them a little bit closer, but now they're staring at a 15-point deficit, and time is really their enemy now, and we're going to see some intentional fouling here. Both teams only have 1 team foul this quarter. Porter, Peel, and Collins back into the game for Frankfort High. We see Tracy and Profit head to the bench. Yeah, the Panthers will need to foul early and often if they're going to put this game at the free throw line. Collins with it. He's a guy you want to foul, probably.
Well, you still got a few fouls to give, so if that's the route you're going, it doesn't really matter who you foul.
That's true.
But you might as well go ahead and start getting them.
Yeah, and I think at this point the point is moot. I mean, they've just run out of time. That's all that matters. We have a timeout. Coach McIntosh calls timeout. It's a full timeout. They're up by 15. We'll take it with them. You're watching the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
It's all over if they hit this field goal.
Buying or selling a home can be as exciting as winning the big game on a last-second field goal. Or it can be just as devastating if the kick doesn't go in.
And the kick goes up. And it's no good. Home team loses.
That's why in real estate it always helps to be on a winning team. Choose Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher.
Real estate is what we do.
And families are why we do it.
Wait, how'd you get in here?
Low credit. This looks impossible. Kate?
That's what I'm talking about.
Didn't try that again. The average first shot. How do I get to good credit? No obstacles on this one. Here we go.
Credit scores can be loan obstacles too. Get credit advice for life from WestBanco. Money doesn't make you wealthy. Understanding it does.
All right, folks, back to action here. Just started back, and Russell slips and falls, but Franklin County able to retain possession. I think Frankfort High is content just to, not foul, not extend this game unnecessarily, and they are going to apply some defense, but Franklin County full bore four corners. I say that, and of course Russell drives in the lane and turns the ball over. What do I know about anything?
It's just not in their DNA. It's hard to just hang on to the ball for a minute and a half.
Porter Peel, you know he wanted the dunk. He didn't get it. Wisely pulls up and lays it in. Oh, what a block. It's a foul. We got a couple of new faces in here for Frankfort High. Kai Wainscott back into the game. He's the one that going to the line here. We've got is Frankfort High. It's a 33, and I don't have a 33 on my roster. So I'm sorry, Mr. 33. We didn't get you in there. 32, Logan McDonald is back into the game for the Panthers. So I think all the starters are out of the game for Frankfort High, and trying to get some minutes here for some of the other guys that might need in the district tournament. Kason Weaver, a freshman, 24, checks into the game for the Panthers. Sam Peach, a sophomore, he's number 11. He's into the game for Frankfort High. For Franklin County, Landon Tolles back into the game. Bryce Byers in there.
13, Zeke Perry.
First time we've seen Zeke. E.J. Wilson also back in there for Franklin County. So that's a pick, but goes the other way. E.J. puts up a 15-footer, a little short.
And this is the part of the game where I say, don't hold the ball. Play. Both sides. Let's play ball.
Yeah. We know who's going to win. Pull the trigger. Yes, sir. Gets a three-pointer. That's Jeviden, I believe, number 20 with the bucket for Frankfort High. And as time expires, it's a missed three-pointer. But there you go, folks. Franklin County with the 66-55 win. All right, stay tuned with us. We're going to come back with the play of the game brought to you by Central Kentucky Toyota Dealers, and the player of the game brought to you by the Expree Credit Union. That's when we return here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
The Game of the Week is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. For all Toyota offers, visit Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
With all the rain, snow, and mud we get around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round because nothing else gives you the confidence and capability to handle it all.
And nobody gives you more all-wheel drive choices than Toyota, including Tacoma, the best-selling truck in its class for the last 21 years. Now with 2.99 APR financing.
Or lease this well-equipped 25 Tacoma for $279 a month.
With 2 years, no-cost maintenance included.
Nobody knows all-wheel drive better than Toyota. Let's go places.
The Game of the Week was brought to you by Expree Credit Union. Expree Credit Union wishes all our local teams a great season. Show your local spirit with a spirited debit card featuring your school colors and mascot. Open an Expree Spirited account today and let the rivalry continue. Federally insured by NCUA.
High five to all our local teams from Expree Credit Union. Expree celebrates and encourages you and your successes athletically, personally, and financially. Let us reward you. Open a High Five Experience account and earn money with your checking. Visit us at expree.org for details. Membership required, federally insured by NCUA.
All right, folks, 66-55, Franklin County with the win. And now it's time to look at the play of the game brought to you by your Central Kentucky Toyota dealers.
Clint, we talked about how Franklin County is a well-balanced team. They spread the ball around, and that's exactly what they did on this play right here.
All five guys touched the ball. Aaron Jones gets the bucket. And now it's time for the Esprit Credit Union's player of the game. It could have been a lot of people, but this time we're going to go with the freshman, Aaron Jones.
Yeah, in a night where everybody had some ups and downs along the way, Jones was pretty solid with his play tonight. Didn't turn the ball over a lot. That right there was the thing I was most impressed with, was his work on the glass, going up high to get rebounds, both on the offensive and defensive end, not committing over the back fouls, just using his leaping ability to go up high and get it and secure the ball for his team.
All right. Aaron Jones, your Esprit Credit Union player of the game. Okay, folks, stick around. We got more basketball coming up. The girls are going to go at it next. But here in just a few minutes, we're going to have the 2026 homecoming court introductions here at Franklin County. So stay with us. Terry Johnson will tell us all about it here in just a little bit. Then we'll come back with the Lady Flyers and the Lady Panthers on the second half of our doubleheader on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Yes, it's part of the Paris also works with poker and Empire's 2 in the summer. Paris plans to attend Morgan State University to pursue a nursing degree. After that, she would like to become a nurse practitioner. And I stand please for senior Paris Nickel. Now, please welcome senior Charlotte Moore. Charlotte is expert on his mother Mariah Moore and his little sister Mariah. Charlotte has been playing football for Frankfort High School for 4 years and member of the club basketball team for 3 years. He's also a member of the French club. Charlotte is committed to Georgetown College to play college football. And I stand please for senior Charlotte Moore. Now please welcome the next senior candidate for homecoming queen. Please welcome Cameron Kelly. Cameron is expert on mother Brandy Kelly. She's a proud member of the Lady Flyers softball team. Cameron is also prepared herself in marketing, finance, hospitality, and management by being part of the Lego organization. She will be attending Georgetown College after graduation and plans to be a preschool teacher because of her love for working with young people. And I stand pleased for senior Cameron Kelly. Now please welcome senior Leo Collins. Delano is much more than his mother Shasha Collins and his uncle Henry Collins. Delano has been participating in football for Frankfort High School for 4 years, and then the Flyers track team for 3 years, and the Flyers basketball team for 2 years. Delano plans to attend college and play football after he graduates from Frankfort High School. And I stand pleased for senior Delano Collins. Now, introducing your fourth and final senior candidate for homecoming queen, please welcome Holly Simpson. Holly is expert on her father, Eric Simpson. She has played softball for 6 years for the Lady Flyers. She is proud to be the Lady Flyers shortstop. Holly also participates in the FFA 9th and 11th grades. She's currently a member of the co-op program. Is working at Evans Mental Center. Upon graduation from high school, Holly wants to attend BCTC to pursue an associate's degree in dental hygiene. And I stand pleased for senior Holly Simpson. Now introducing our fourth and final senior candidate to be your homecoming king, please welcome Grayson Scott. Grayson is expert now as Mary Ann Scott. Grayson is a member of the Beta Club, the National Honor Society, and is concierge for the French Club. He's captain of the wrestling team, has been a member of the wrestling team for 4 years. Grayson has also played for the soccer team for 4 years, the Flyer football team for 1 year, and the Flyer women's volleyball team for 1 year. He plans to start in the playing regime at either the University of Kentucky or the Ohio State University. And I stand pleased for senior Grayson Scott. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the motion remains seated during halftime.